You know that I love my dry beans, and I think I found something that's even better. It's just as tasty. It cooks up very easily and can be used for all kinds of things, and it's super high in nutrients, including protein. So stay tuned, and we're going to talk about this wonderful prepper powerhouse.
Hey Provident Preppers, I'm Kylene.
And I'm Jonathan, and today we are talking about lentils. Lentils are awesome. We're talking about nutrition today, and Mama went to the store and bought these yesterday, and it got me all excited because, you know, I've known about lentils, but I haven't really used them as much as I could. We're talking about things like protein, which is so important in a survival setting, in a setting where we're needing nutrition.
And when he talks about protein, seriously, in 1 cup of cooked lentils, you have 17.9 grams. So that's really high. It's higher than regular dried beans.
Yeah, they're like in the 15 range. So,
yeah. And these are used in poor countries all over the world because they're very easy to grow.
They're economical. They have lots of critical vitamins in them and phytonutrients, things like polyphenols that are so healthy for us. And they do have less gas than dry beans. So for those of you concerned about that little issue, this might be a good segue or some other option for you to get those same nutrients and all that goodness without the gas.
You know, he never gets this excited about anything but beans. Oh, beans and sanitation.
Oh, and there's a few other things too, but seriously, these are just a powerhouse, and we're calling them the Prepper Powerhouse because they truly are.
So let's talk about how you use lentils, because for many of us, lentils are a bit foreign to our diet. But if you're eating a whole foods diet, they are super fantastic. So when you cook lentils, you just use 1 part lentils and 3 part water, and then you can just bring them to a boil, put them on simmer, and they will soften. Depending on the type of lentil, it takes between 20 and 30 minutes for them to soften. And one of the things that I like to do with them is I will blend that, and then you can kind of make like a tortilla or pancake kind of thing, or I will actually use them as part of the ingredients in a muffin, so that we've got some of that, the extra protein and the nutrients in the muffins. They're a really good meat replacer, actually. So you can use cooked lentils in things like tacos, or you can make them into a hamburger patty. One of the things that I like to do is when I make a chili, I will put lentils in it because it makes it so it feels like it's got hamburger, it's got meat in it, because there's just a little bit different texture there. But soups, stews, curries, I love Indian food, so they're really popular in curries. And there's several different kinds of lentils. This one, Winco, is one of my favorite places to go. And the reason I picked it up yesterday was because we don't have one near us. So I had traveled to a neighboring city, and on the way home, I'm gonna go to Winco and see what they have. So that's why we got this. But also, like in their bulk section, they have, like, these are red lentils or black lentils. They all have just a little bit different flavor profile. They each take a little bit different amount of time to cook, but lentils seriously are a great addition to your food storage. And as you learn to use them, you can actually be a lot healthier.
Yeah.
And for the prepper, when you're somebody like this who loves the dry beans, you do have to soak them and cook them. And sometimes that can take a long time, but these cook up in 20 to 30 minutes. And if you use them in a pressure cooker, it's even less time. But if I throw a handful in my soup, by the time the soup is done, the lentils are done. So it works out really well.
And it includes all kinds of other things. You throw them on a salad, right?
Oh yeah, cooked.
Yeah, cooked on a salad. Just so many ways that you can use these. They're extremely versatile and very economical. I think we figured these were just about $1 a pound, which is good.
It's a little bit more if you purchase them in the small packages at the grocery store. But when you, like here from Winco, this was a really good way to buy them. But if you're not going to use 25 pounds in an entire year, don't buy this much. You can just get some smaller bags.
Or you can buy this size and put them in Mylar with an oxygen absorber, and then you've got a 25 or 30 year shelf life for these things. Just an awesome all-around food, easy to store, super nutritious. What did I miss?
If you don't eat a lot of it, this one is from Pack Fresh USA, and it's got some different sizes in it, but this is a good size for most of us. I would just package this all into these packages with an oxygen absorber, heat seal it, and then put them all in the bucket. And that way when you open your bucket, you only have to take out one bag at a time, and you can use that and not worry that you have opened up this entire 25-pound bag. But the 25-year shelf life, like for us, that means that if I package this appropriately, these lentils will be good probably until we're not around anymore. And yet they're also good today and tomorrow, and hopefully we'll just keep rotating through them.
So let's wrap this up. Lentils are just an amazing food.
Because they're a legume, because they're a bean.
They are a bean of sorts.
But I think the biggest thing for a prepper is seriously that they have a higher protein content, because most of your stored foods will have a small amount of protein. But this, 17.9 grams in a cup, that's a really good.
It is.
So
it is
when
really,
you
really
add
good.
them to things like your muffins or your pancakes or whatever you're going to do, that actually means that you're increasing the amount of protein in those prepared foods.
Right. And that part of this is that sneak nutrition that she's so good at. I mean, she is awesome at putting them in pancakes, put them in all kinds of things, just beefing up all that nutrition.
And nobody knows they're there.
Now for the question of the day. Sometimes a recipe makes all the difference. So those of you who are lentil experts, share your recipes so that we can all benefit from this wonderful food. So share with us. Thanks for being part of the solution.